Hello students, good morning all of you. I am Arun Pandey. I am going to discuss class 7, subject science, chapter 3, and name of the chapter is animal fibers. So inside animal fibers, I am going to discuss sericulture, production of silk, and the health hazards of workers in the sericulture industry. These are the points which I have discussed today. But first of all, I am going to describe sericulture. So, sericulture is the rearing of silkworm. Sericulture is the rearing of silkworm for production of silk. That means rearing of silkworm for production of silk is called sericulture. So, this is the sericulture. So, about sericulture, the major activities involved in the sericulture. Now I am telling you that what are the important activities, major activities involved in the sericulture. So what are they? They are cultivation of food for the silkworm. In major activity, among them, one is the cultivation of food. One is the cultivation of food for the silkworms. Another is rearing of silkworm for the production of raw silk. Then reeling of the cocoons for unwinding of silk filaments. And the final processes like twisting, dyeing, weaving and finishing are the major activities involved in the production of silk. So, this is the sericulture and production of silk. So, after production, that means inside production of silk, we are going to tell you that the stages of production of silk. What are the stages of production of silk? I am going to discuss one by one the stages of production of silk. So, my first stage, the eggs of the silk moth are incubated. Eggs of the silk moth are incubated. What does mean the incubation? That means kept warm to help the hatching. That means kept warm to the egg. That is the meaning of incubation. And after keeping warm, they are hatched until they hatch into larvae. That means they hatched until and unless they converted into larval stage. So the larvae are feed on mulberry leaves. Larva, that means this is the second stage of production of silk. So larvae are feed on the mulberry leaves of about 6 weeks. Larvae are feed on the mulberry leaves for about how many weeks? 6 weeks. Then during this period, each silkworm get continuously and grow. That means during this period, during larval stage of silkworm, so they are feed on mulberry leaves continuously and grow. Then what happen after this? Each silkworm sheds its skin 4 times. Each silkworm sheds its skin how many times? 4 times, and the shedding of skin of silkworm is called molting. This is the molting process. Then after what happens? By the end of this period, by the end of that means at the 6th month, at the 6th week, this is for about 6 weeks, larva feeds on the mulberry leaves at the end of the period. That means at the end of the 6th week. What happened? At the end of this period, silkworms become ready to spin their cocoons. Silkworm at this period, at this stage, become ready to spin their cocoons. Then small branches are placed in the rearing houses. Small branches are kept in the rearing houses where silkworm are produced. Then The silkworm climb these branches and start spinning their cocoons. Silkworm climb the small branches and start forming cocoons. They take about 3 days to complete this process. Then formation of cocoons, spinning of cocoons takes more than 3 days to complete the process. Then within the 3 days, this process, formation of cocoons, spinning of cocoons will be complete. Then the cocoons are then gathered. Then what happened? Cocoons are gathered. Then and the boiled or heated in oven to kill the insect inside them. Then cocoons are boiled, cocoons are heated to kill the organism inside them, to kill the insect inside them. Then what happens? The filament are obtained from the cocoons by a process known as reeling or filature. After that, after this process, the filament are obtained from the cocoons by the process is called reeling or filature. That means obtaining of cocoons, the filament are obtained. That means obtaining of filament from cocoons is called filature. Filature or reeling. It is done on a special machine that will unwind the thread of silk from cocoons. At this stage, we get silk thread of silk, fiber of silk. The silk fiber are then spun into silk thread. Then silk from fibers, they are made into threads. The thread are called raw silk. This thread are called raw silk. Then it is used to weaving cloth. Then after this stage, the silk cloth will be made. Then what happen? And can be dyed into various colors. And as someone wants, they are colored into different various colors. Then the amount of silk in each cocoon is small, and about 5500 silkworms are required to produce 1 kilogram of raw silk. If you have to produce 1 kilogram of raw silk, then how many silkworm required? There is 5500 silkworm. That is 5500 silkworm are able to produce 1 kilogram of raw silk. So this is my explanation about production of silk. But lastly, I am going to describe health hazards of workers in the sericulture industry. So what health hazards? Workers employed in the sericulture industry, workers involved in the sericulture industry are affected by number of diseases. They are suffering from number of diseases who works in the sericulture industry. What happened? Respiratory diseases such as asthma and bronchitis are common in those people who works in the sericulture industry. Workers exposed to food spilling vapors while steaming and reeling the silk fibers. When steaming and reeling of silk fiber, there is another type of smell were produced which affect the respiratory system. The workers have to insert their unprotected hands into hot water to kill the worms in the cocoons. Then workers have to insert their unprotected hand in warm water. Then what happens to worms in the cocoon? This results in the peeling of the skin, may lead to the skin infection. So workers involved in the sericulture industry also suffer from their skin disorder. So this is my explanation about sericulture, production of silk, health hazard of workers in the sericulture industry. So this much enough. Thanks.